Hi everyone, Anton here again, and welcome to day 2, which is module 2 of our dropshipping mini course. Today I'm going to answer a question that you may have, or you may even think you know the answer to, but I'm going to go much more in depth with it. And that question is, what is dropshipping? So I know a lot of people find out about this dropshipping mini course and about my full-blown e-commerce coaching program, Dropship Lifestyle, because they might hear the term dropshipping thrown around and they're really not sure what it is or how it works, or which way you could actually do it profitably, because there's many ways to do dropshipping. Some work, some don't, and I'm going to answer all those questions in this video. But to start, let's go over this little image right here. So as simple as possible, this is dropshipping in 3 steps. So step 1 would be a customer purchases something from you. So you're selling an item online, customer buys it from you, they pay you for it, then you go ahead and you order that same exact item from your dropshipper. So from your supplier, you order the same exact item that someone has purchased from you. Then your supplier ships this item, they drop ship the item directly to your customer. So your customer receives the item that they ordered, you receive the money you sold it for, and then your supplier charges you wholesale. So your profit is the difference between that retail price you sold it for and the wholesale price that you paid your supplier. So as simple as possible, that's dropshipping in 3 steps. What I'm going to do now is switch over to a presentation where I'll explain not only what it is, but how it works and the different ways you can use dropshipping and which way is most profitable. So let me switch screens right now. So before I could answer this question more in depth, what I really want to do is walk you through the different e-commerce business models. So that way we can eventually get to how dropshipping is different and why I believe it's the best way to start an e-commerce business and to profit without putting up money for inventory or actually putting up a big investment. Really, it's a business model you can get started for not that much money up front. So the different e-commerce business models, the most popular ones are eBay, so selling items on eBay. Amazon, if you're not aware of this, you can actually go on Amazon and list your own items for sale. You could build what's called an Amazon store. And the third major option is to build your own e-commerce store. So there's lots of different options for this, which we'll get into in future videos in this dropshipping mini course. But what Shopify basically is a plug and play piece of online software that you can use to build your own e-commerce store. They have tons of templates that you can use, very highly converting e-commerce store templates. You sign up, you basically upload a logo, you upload your own text, and within an hour or so, you can have an e-commerce store. So those are the 3 main e-commerce business models that I think most people are aware of and the way most people get started out. So out of all of these, which do I like the best? I like having your own e-commerce store. I like using Shopify. I've tried the other e-commerce platforms out there. When I first started in this business over, I think almost 10 years ago now, I was using eBay and that got saturated very fast and became pricing war and just wasn't worth it. So I cut that out. Amazon, it is a great business model. I'm not going to put it down at all, but I do prefer to have my own e-commerce stores. Again, I use Shopify to host them. And the reason I prefer this is because you have much more control. When you're selling through someone else's platform, whether that be eBay or Amazon or any other platform, they control the whole sales process. They own the customer in their database, and they basically get this customer so they could sell other products to them and get them into their own sales funnel. When you have your own store, you control the whole sales process, and it might not make sense now why that's beneficial, but in future videos, I'm going to show you exactly why you want to own that customer and how that could actually equal all of your success in business. Once you have that customer, once you have that lead and they're yours, you have much more control over your fate and over the fate of your business. So now, how would you find products to sell? Let's say now you know how to sell online. It could be eBay, it could be Amazon, or if you follow my advice, it could be your own e-commerce store. Well, the first option is to import. You can go to a website like Alibaba and you could find products to import from, let's just say, China. This is actually how I started in business. Before I ever dropshipped, I was importing products. The next option, which some people recommend, and I have no idea why, is what's called arbitrage, or going to local estate sales or flea markets or garage sales and trying to find products that you could sell online for profit. I think this is just a waste of time and something that's not scalable at all. Or, in my opinion, the winner here, the best option would be dropshipping. So if you remember that image we reviewed in the beginning of this module, you were basically finding companies that have products to sell and they're looking for people to help sell their products. So let me explain how this works and why it works. When you go into a store, let's say in a shopping mall like Macy's or Bloomingdale's, they sell tons of products, right? And they're not selling let's say Macy's t-shirts, or they're not selling Bloomingdale's jeans. They're selling for dozens, if not hundreds, of suppliers, of brands. So in the world of retail, there are the companies that manufacture and build brand names, and then there are the companies that sell for them. They're the retailers. So in order to do dropshipping in a way that's effective and scalable, we're becoming retailers. So we're not doing what Macy's or Bloomingdale's do in the sense that we're holding the inventory, but we're doing what they do in the sense that we're providing a retail outlet to sell these products for brands whose job it is to create great products and to find retailers like us to distribute their products. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please do just respond to the email this video was linked from and I could help clarify, but that's how it works. And again, I'm gonna go over this image one more time just to really hit home how this works. So the customer purchases from you, they come to your website. Again, I don't recommend eBay, I don't recommend Amazon. They come to your website, the customer purchases an item from you. You then get that money, it goes into your bank account. You then purchase that same exact item from your dropship supplier. And the way that we do this, which will be covered in future videos, is you could purchase this item from one of many dropship suppliers. You'll most likely have over 20 dropship suppliers per e-commerce store. But then you'll purchase this item from the dropship supplier. They will ship this item directly to your customer. Your customer will be happy, and your profit will be that difference between what the customer paid you and, again, what you paid the dropshipper. So it really is that simple of a process. Of course, there are still many ways this can work and not work, and those are all things that are going to be coming to you over these next, I guess it's 8 days now in this 10-part mini course. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But let me start to explain my process here. So I'm not going to go much into detail with it, but I do want to give you my process for building a successful dropshipping business. So now we'll go through what I'm going to call the successful dropshipping checklist, and it's going to be the 8-step process that I use and that I recommend you use when starting a new e-commerce store. I should note that this is only the first introduction video, so don't plan on mastering any of this. This will be covered in more detail in the coming 8 days. And if you eventually decide to join our online coaching program and community in Dropship Lifestyle, there's tons of videos on each of these topics, but I want to break this down so you get a good understanding of what dropshipping is, how it works, and what you should do should you choose to pursue this, so you're not just left kind of going on your own and guessing what works. Because again, I do have almost 10 years of experience with this. So let me give you the process that I use. So step 1 is to choose a niche, right? You need to figure out what you're going to sell. In future videos that come up in this mini course, I will discuss what meets good niche selection criteria and what will help you choose a niche that you could actually profit with. The next thing you want to do is find your future competitors. So yes, you will have competitors. There is no niche out there that has zero competition. If you find one, it's probably because it's a bad niche and people don't buy these products. So you will be looking for people that you'll be competing with, and you'll basically try to find them so you know who your competition is before you even get started. Step 3 is create your store. So yes, you actually will build an online store prior to ever even contacting a supplier. That's because the good suppliers won't approve you unless they could see that you already have an e-commerce store. So this is something that you'll want to do even before making that first phone call or sending that first email to a potential dropship supplier. Step 4 is getting approved with those suppliers. So once you have your store up, then you could start making those phone calls, then you could start sending those emails, and then you can contact those suppliers to get approved with them. After that, you'll want to optimize your website for conversions. Now, this is something, this module can make all the difference. There are so many different things you could do once you have your e-commerce store up that can affect your conversion rate. And that means affect how many people buy versus how many people visit your site. So something I'll talk about in future videos is, you could have all the traffic in the world, but if they don't buy from you, it doesn't matter. You don't need tons of traffic. You need traffic from a buying audience, and you need your website to turn those visitors into buyers, or else all the traffic in the world won't solve your problem. Conversion is the #1 key to success, getting people that come to your site to buy from you, trying to get that highest conversion rate possible. So very important, it's step number 5. The next thing to do is get traffic, obviously. It's one of the biggest questions I get asked, in addition to niche selection, is how do I get traffic to my store? Now, there's tons of different ways, and there's not one of them that you should rely on. You want to have diversified sources of traffic, so no one could ever turn your business off overnight if one of your traffic sources doesn't work. So very important, it's step number 6 in this process. After that, you want to outsource and automate. So the beauty of dropshipping stores is it's very easy to automate them and to outsource different tasks. You don't want to do this at first. You want to build your business. You want to run it for a while. You want to learn how basically every step of the process works. And after you do that, it's very easy to start delegating tasks and outsourcing and using apps to automate how your business works on a day-to-day basis. So the last thing I wanted to do in this video, in this module, is just give you an actual kind of peek at some of our demo stores so you could see what they look like and try to tie this all together with what an actual Shopify dropship e-commerce store looks like. So you'll see here I'm on enlightenchandeliers.com. If you want to jump over to the site and check it out, feel free to. Again, this is just one of our demo stores. So this would be an example of a site that had went through those 8 steps that I had just given you. So you can come to it, you could play around with it. In my opinion, it looks very good, and I know this theme converts, this style of site converts because we use it. If you want to just check it out, click on some of the product pages and see what an actual store that you could own someday very soon in the future would look like. This site to build, literally, what did it cost? $29 for a month at Shopify, that's it. So no customizations, nothing special, no paid theme, no web designers, very simple. So again, to cover how this business model works, let's say a customer lands on this product page. The cost is $530. Let's say the customer buys this product, then $530 would get deposited into my business bank account. I would then purchase this exact item from the company that makes it, from the brand that makes it. Let's say I pay them, I don't know, whatever it is, $330 if that's my wholesale cost. They then ship it to the customer, and my profit is the difference between what the customer paid me, what I pay the supplier. The customer gets the item, the customer's happy, I made my money, I did my job as a retailer, and that's basically how it works. Let me show you another one of our demo stores if you want to check it out. This one is RazorSharpShave.com. It's a store that sells shaving razors, so if you want to just check it out, go through it, you could go to the product pages again, and in my opinion, this site just looks amazing. This is the theme that we use for most of our stores. Again, it's built on Shopify, so plug and play e-commerce system. This is a paid theme. I think it costs less than $100, so for less than $100, you could have a gorgeous store that looks like this, with all these tabs built in, that has all your social sharing, obviously. So people could share this on social media. It has the review system built in. It has the floating menu bar. It has live chat. I mean, everything. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what an actual dropship business looks like. And none of this stuff where you'll be selling on eBay or Amazon or trying to sell $10 products or anything like that. I wanted to show you what a real quality dropship store looks like and what a store that has potential to make a lot of money looks like. So just to give you an idea of where we're headed and what we'll be covering over these next 8 days now. So if you have any questions on any of this, please do reach out to me. And if not, keep an eye on your inbox for tomorrow, because I'm going to be sending you a new video then. And that one is really going to be about the benefits of dropshipping. So what's the point of all of this? What can you really expect as an outcome should you decide to pursue this? And go ahead and follow my 8-step process and build a store and start getting traffic and start getting sales. What are the benefits? Why do I prefer dropshipping over all these other business models? That will be covered in tomorrow's module. So keep an eye on your inbox and I'll be sending you that video. Thank you.